Good day everyone, my name is Charmaine Gaza and I will be discussing the deal with cross-cultural misunderstanding. So, we all know that in every country, there are misunderstandings because of different cultures. For example, there are different countries that are okay in their clothes to be revealing, especially in the US. But there are certain areas that are not into this culture. And the second example is for here in the Philippines, we often eat in front of our food silently for a sign of respect. But in Korea, them eating loudly is okay because that is their culture and it is sign that they have a delicious food. So how will we deal with those cross-cultural misunderstanding? So first, become aware of your own stereotypes and prejudice. When we went to different countries, sometimes we often grow up about our culture and we are being stereotypes and prejudiced in every person or people that we met. And we misunderstand them because of our different culture and beliefs. But for them, what they do seems okay or fine because that is what they grow up and that is their culture. So, being in every country or people that we met, we need to be open-minded and be aware of our surroundings. Number 2, gain an insights into stereotypes, prejudice, and cultural values of the employees you work with and manage. So, in this, because we need to be aware and to know what are the differences of the people we met and how will we manage it. Number 3, create the same understanding that you have gained in your employees. To this, we need to be open-minded towards the opinion of every individual. Number 4, manage your employees and workplace interaction so that all of the individual talents, skills, and differences can be respectfully and effectively directed towards achieving workplace end goals. Through this, we need to evaluate and lead individuals on how to communicate so that their talents, skills, and differences can show and all the individual can communicate effectively. So how will we communicate effectively? We all know that communicating effectively means that your ideas and concepts are being heard and people are acting upon them. And it also means you are able to listen, understand, and take action on what other people say. Effective communications is about more than just exchanging information. It's about understanding the emotions, intentions behind the information, as well as being able to clearly convey a message. And you need also to listen in a way that gains and the full meaning of what's being said and makes the other person feel heard and understood. So, what are the performance criteria for this element? So, we need to identify the issues which may cause conflict and misunderstanding in the workplace. Address difficulties with the appropriate people and seek assistance from team leaders or other when required. The third, consider cultural differences when difficulties or misunderstandings occur. The fourth, make efforts to resolve misunderstandings, taking account of cultural consideration. And number 5, refer issues and problems to the appropriate team leader, supervisor for follow-up. So, what are conflict and misunderstanding? As you can see here in the picture, that is the examples of conflict and misunderstanding. Conflicts can either be within one person or they can involve several people or groups. Conflicts arise because there are needs, values, or ideas that are seen to be different, and there is no means to reconcile and dispute. And the misunderstanding is a failure to understand something correctly. As you can see in the picture, you will see two people pointing the right, and they thought that one of them is wrong. You will see that they have different opinions and each one of them has a conflict in situation and has misunderstanding towards each other. So, what is conflict and misunderstanding? Conflict and misunderstanding is anything that upsets another person, whether customers, colleagues, can be regarded as a conflict misunderstandings, like this picture. So, what are the examples of situations that can cause conflict and misunderstanding? For example, welcoming guests, giving direction and instruction, answering questions, serving customers, offering an alcoholic drink to someone whose religion forbids the consumption of liquor, recommending pork or shellfish dishes to Jewish customers, serving meat-based dishes to people who are Hindu, describing products, services, and facilities, working with colleagues arising, and socializing with colleagues after work. And the best examples here in Filipino is we invited our colleague in our birthday, but we served a pork food in Muslim, INC, and Adventist friend. Here in Filipino, it's just when we serve them, it's just we are joking, we are making fun of them. But gladly, most of them are open-minded to this, and sometimes they joke also. However, there are some individuals that for them it's like being rude, joking them serving up pork food. Addressing conflict and misunderstanding. When we misunderstand, we tend to have difficulties towards each other. So, addressing misunderstanding as early as possible can keep all conflict and misunderstanding at the mild end of the spectrum and clarify any perceptions that arose due to rectify the situation to the greatest extent possible. Because through this, all the possible scenarios of misunderstanding will be clarified and all individuals can understand different perceptions. So, what are the causes of conflict and misunderstanding? So, difficulties of conflict can also arise in misunderstanding due to poor communications, lack of communications, intolerance, impatience, poor judgment, conflict personal values, beliefs, and opinions, and personal prejudice. How will we identify conflict and misunderstanding? It is because by being told by another person that you upset someone, or being informed by the person themselves, and or personal observation, or also intuition. So that's the examples of how we identify the conflict and misunderstanding of individuals. So when conflict and misunderstanding identified, always remember that in every situation we need to be open-minded of opinion of individual, and isn't always your fault, and isn't always his or her fault. Or if you are wrong, always apologize first and don't repeat any actions. Because through this, when we address difficulties, we resolve situations. So, in culture, there are some factors of differences, and what are the possible? The possible is because of the language spoken, forms of address, levels of formality and informality, non-verbal behavior, work ethic, personal grooming and dress, hygiene habits, family, social obligation and status, observe special religious, feasts or other celebratory days, customs, beliefs, values, and product preference. So that is the end of my report in how to deal with cross-cultural misunderstanding. Thank you.